Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. All right, we are into June, so this is what I colored in the month of, May 2021. So let's start with the top book. Put these to the side. So, out of Mickey and Friends, this is a Disney coloring book. Did a couple in here. I did Mickey, and I did these with the Statler color. They have a little bit of a thicker tip than a fine liner, so with these being bigger squares than the 3x3 millimeter books that I like so much, thought I would use a marker that was a little bit thicker, and I think it really turned out great. So seeing as how I did Mickey, I wanted to do Minnie again with the Statler color markers. So yeah, I think that turned out really cute. Now, did a ton out of this book. This is Disney Villains, the latest spiroglyphics book by Thomas Pavett. And this is on my list of 10 books to complete in 2021. So yes, I've been busy at this book. I love it. Got 5 more pictures done in it. And these types of pictures, I always use my Sargent Art glitter gel pens because they come initially in a set of 10, but every single one of those colors you can buy in bulk. Sets of 24, 96, and I think there's even a set bigger than that. So I have some bulk of every single color out of those 10. So I did this one. I do not know these character names. They do say them in the back, and I looked at them and it's like, oh, okay. Then I did this one. Let's turn this up a little bit so you the glare isn't at it so bad, and you can actually see the images. Did that one. He's a saint. Boy, they're similar, aren't they? Sort of. Kind of, sort of. So yeah, I did all of these with the Sargent Art glitter gel pens. And yes, absolutely love doing these. And then this one I just completed this morning. So I am now done with 13 of the, what is there in here? 20, I think. Yes. So a couple more pictures and I will be 3/4 done with this book. So I'm about 2/3 done right now. So this book I think is definitely one that I will get done this year. Such and Such Deva came out with a new mosaic art book this past month. This one is Vacations. And again, these are my favorite, so I did have to get one done in here. And this is with the Tau Tree fine liners. So cute, love it. We'll have to be coloring some more out of that one too. Okay, this is a color by colors that Bright Ideas Paper Publishing is, they're kind of jumping on the bandwagon of color by colors, and this is by Husky Wannafly, which is a company under the Bright Ideas Paper Publishing Company. And I did this one. And this was with the Cali Art brush alcohol markers. And I thought that turned out pretty cute. This one did a recent flip of this, but this particular video is going to be up before that. A couple of these books that I'm going to be showing, this video is going to be up before that flip through, but it will be coming. So this one is Color by Number, 70 plus cartoon characters. This is by Jennifer Rawling, again under Bright Ideas Paper Publishing. And I did a few in here. And this was with my ZSCM fine liners. I thought that turned out adorable. And then I did her, and she is from the front cover. And it said to use orange, so I did use orange, but, you know, on the cover it looks yellow. Now, as I explained in the flip through of this book, I did have a couple of concerns. This was one of them. I don't think the Beatles is a cartoon character, and they had some specified as 0, which was to be left white, and I don't think that some of these were meant to be, because like the top of the E's were 0s, so I filled them in with black. The S was not completed, so yeah, not too sure about this one. But again, with the ZSCMs, but yeah, I'll be mentioning all the concerns that I had with this book in the flip through video that will be coming up shortly. Belva Family came out with a new Square Mandalas book this past month, and it's called Floral Inspiration. Again, flip through of this book will be up shortly. So, did one out of here. Absolutely loved it. You know, these are my favorite books. And I did this with the Arteza toy markers. Just love the variety of colors. So I definitely want to do some more in this book. And with it being square, you know, it's kind of a smaller book. Doesn't take real long to do these versus the 8.5 by 11. So if you want to do one that's a little bit faster than the full-blown size, these Square Mandalas books are perfect. Then another newer one in Belva Family's coloring books is from their 3 Colors series, which again, absolutely love this series. This one is Travel. I did a number of them from here. Did the Statue of Liberty with Statler color markers. The Eiffel Tower with the Statler color. Don't know how to pronounce that. With ZSCM fine liners. And then the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Again with the ZSCM fine liners. Of course, this is my favorite color scheme. And the 3 shades of purple. So yes, had a great time with that book. Then out of this is by Kira Shersneva. This was on my list of 10 books that I have not touched that I wanted to color a picture in. So this is the Color by Colors Stained Glass Mandala book. And I did this one. And I did this with my Spree alcohol markers. And yes, lot of fun. These are so pretty. All right, one moment. I had a little doggy begging at the door, wanting to come in. All right, from Color and Create, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Probably one of my absolute favorites in the geometric patterns line. I did already complete volume 1 in its entirety. This is another book that's on my list of 10 to complete this year, and I don't have too many more to go. So I did this one. This is with my Divical Dual Metallic, and oh, I think it turned out so pretty. Love those pens. And then I did this one, and this was with my Sargent Art glitter gel pens. And yes, I made a major boo-boo, but oh well, I completed it anyways. Even if I make a mistake in my patterns or mandalas, whatever, I still finish them. Yeah, no biggie. Of course, it bothers me, but I think I only have, I don't know, maybe 10 or so more pictures in here to do. So then I will have that book done. Then last week I did a color and chat out of this book. I had a request to color out of Dollhouse Color by Number by Sachin Sachdeva. So we started this one on camera, and then I finished it off camera, and this is with the Tau Tree alcohol markers, which are the more skinny barreled alcohol markers. Love them, along with the Shuttle Arts, which are very similar. And Shuttle Arts have their regular set, and they have an additional skin tone set, so there are more colors in Shuttle Art, but they're both great markers. So again, turned out adorable. Another Bilb family book. This one is Party Patterns, another one of the 3x3 millimeter square books. And this is the first time I thought I am going to try doing the dot method rather than my X method or cross stitch method. And while I think it turned out fine, I do think I enjoy the cross stitch method more. And I think it's because of the mere fact that I am a perfectionist at heart, and some of my circles were kind of really off. I mean, they don't look right. And you know, from back farther, you'd never see that. When I look in the camera over here to see, make sure I'm on screen, yeah, it looks fine. Up close, I can see that some of the circles are not circles. So again, I think that's why I probably will stick with my X method. And this was done with the Statler color markers again. Another picture that we started on camera in a color and chat was from Spellbinding Images. This is volume 1, the beginner's edition by Nikki Burnett. And we started this picture and I finished it off camera. And I did this with my Artix brush tip. Was it the brush tip? My new Artix brush. Didn't write that part down. I do believe so, though. And I used some, I believe that was my Zig. What are they called? Not Zig glitter. Zig. The Zig Wink of Stella. And we're used to the Wink of Stella in the brush, you know, the real brush pens. These actually are with a fiber tip, so I feel like I have more control using these over the real brush pens. Just have a hard time with the real brush part of it, so I love those. Used that to do some of the blinging on here. and I don't know if you can really see it. Then I used my Spectrum Noir glitter pen, or glitter brush pen, for her wings to make those kind of shiny. And yeah, not showing up. So hard to show that on camera. But yeah, I guess overall, you know, at the time when I was doing this color and chat, I was a little disappointed how some of this was coming out. But now that it's all done and it's dry and everything, yeah, I think it looks fine. Another book by Sachdeva is another one of his mosaic art books, and this one's patterns. Love, love, love this book. So I did, yep, must have done this one, the pumpkins, and I didn't indicate. I believe this was with my Arteza ink onyx. I have this one marked and I have not done it yet, but I'm going to be putting this to the side so I can do another one out of here. Got our little bat. So this is definitely a Halloween picture, right? So yeah, going to be doing some more out of there. And then my last couple of pictures. This one took me a while. This is also on my list of 10 books that were untouched that I wanted to color in sometime throughout the year 2021. So I got out my Inktense. I really got disappointed though when I did the background. I blew it. I was so happy with the way the flowers turned out. And I tried so many things. I kind of had an idea what I wanted to do in the background. I wanted to do something with the, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, bokeh, B-O-K-E-H, is that how it's spelled? You know, with the little lightened circles in the background. I don't even know if you can see it too much. I had tested out on some separate paper. I had picked out, these are pan pastels. And I was going to do it in the tints, which is the pastel colors, the real light colors. And then I was going to erase circles using this geometric ruler thing that I had with all different size circles from little up to big. So I was going to erase, because pan pastel is very erasable. And it just wasn't working because the pastel, the tints, you know, because they are such light pastel colors, they were too light. You couldn't really see too much when I would erase circles. So I thought, okay, that's not going to work. Let's go down to the true color, because you have your tints, which is mixed with white, your true color, your shade, which is a true color mixed with gray, and then your extra dark, which is your true color mixed with black. So you have 4 different shades of each color. So I thought, okay, I'll move from the tints down to the true color. And so I just, you know, rubbed around on here with all the colors and kind of just smeared it all together then with the blender, the pan pastel blender. And then I took a stencil that I had that had all different size circles on, and I went over it with the titanium white pan pastel. And while it turned out, it's just way too bright. I couldn't win. The tints were too light. This is too bright. Hey, that rhymed. So yeah, I kind of think it overpowers the flowers. I mean, you can still see the flowers, and I love how these turned out with the Inktense and the leaves and everything. So yeah, and especially considering I have not worked with my Inktense in probably a couple of years. Yeah, I'm especially kind of proud of it. I think the shading turned out great. But yeah, I guess a little disappointed with the background, especially considering all the work and testing and trying this and trying that I did for this picture. But it is what it is. Overall, I guess I still like it. But yeah, just wish the background would be toned down just a little. And I did spray this with a final fixative. I did try to tone it down kind of with going over it with the white, and that really wasn't working either. So it is what it is. I did get one done out of this book though. The last book that I colored out of is one from the Colorage Mysteries. Is that how it's pronounced? And this is Flowers. This is such a pretty book. This is another book that will be in a large Amazon coloring book haul video that will be coming up. And yeah, it's such a pretty book. So I had to color one out of here. So I did this one. And I didn't write down what I colored this with. I know it was a dual tip water-based marker, where you had the fine liner on one end and the brush on the other, but I just can't remember which one. Oh well, it was one of those. And I wasn't able to exactly match up these pinks, but it doesn't really matter in the long run, right? I think this still turned out really pretty. I still had the contrasting 3 pinks in here. Then I needed a dark kind of bluish color. Then to me, it looked like a real deep violet. And so that's the color I went with for that. I did end up using actually the fine liner in a lot of these places because I tried using a brush tip and I was just going out of the lines way too much. So you will see, you know, itty bitty little overlapping lines because yeah, I did a lot of this actually with the fine liner end. The only part I didn't was up in here when I was working initially with the brush tip. It's like, this is not working. So the whole rest of it I actually did with the fine liner tip. And yeah, I thought it's so pretty. So yeah, definitely want to work more out of this book because the pictures are just so pretty in here. Look at that. And if you're interested in this book, when I do put up that Amazon coloring book haul, I do have links in there, or I will once I get it uploaded. I have links to everything in that video, so this one will be in there too. So I do have one diamond painting to show you that I completed. And this is it. It is a special drill mandala. And I don't know if you can see all the bling bling in this thing. Tons and tons of rhinestones. We have a whole bunch of silver, bunch of gold, and then we have these beautiful, what am I, tear shape? I am drawing a blank. You know what I mean. And then some other special drills. And yeah, that didn't take too long to do, but oh, I just love the look of it. So this is one that will be going in the scrapbook because it is a 30 by 30. And I think I am just going to cut it and leave, you know, the white background here because it does show you a dotted line where you would cut to make it, you know, to keep it a 30 by 30. So that is what I am going to do. Then I will mount it on some cardstock. I think I'm probably going to go with light blue to mount this on, and then it will go in a sheet protector and into the scrapbook. So there you have it. Actually got a diamond painting done. I am right now working on a full drill mandala. So we'll see if I get that done by the end of the month. I should. So there you have it. That is what I all got done this month. I am hoping in June I will get to at least one or two of the other books on my 10, how am I trying to say this? My list of 10 untouched books to color a page out of. You know, kind of like this one and Kira Sneva's. I know Kirby, one of Kirby's books is on there, so I don't know if I'm going to attempt that this month yet, but yeah, I have a few others to get to. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I have colored this month. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I put up new videos. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and as always, happy coloring and happy diamond painting. Bye, guys.